Never forget, never surrender. Today is September 11th, 2020. 19 years ago today, the worst, and no matter what you believe, conspiracy theorists can say what they want to say. Alright, I'm not even going to get into that. What my question for y'all is that everybody in our generation knows exactly where they were when they found out them planes hit. And so down in the comments section, let me know where you were, what you were doing, in the context if you want to, and I'll share with you where we were. I was 21 years old at the time, and we were working for a scaffolding company. We used to love that. I don't know if you know what scaffolding is, but it's like staging that they put on outside of buildings so that the people can work. And around here we have the Navy, so we were working on the USS Ashland on the mast so that the needle gunners and stuff can get up there and take the paint off and all that so that they can repaint them and install the radars and all that stuff. And when my brother's Nextel went off the first time, I said, he was about 30 feet above me. He said, "Hey man, a plane hit the World Trade Center building." And I said, "Man, that's Osama bin Laden and his homeboys." He didn't know what I was talking about. Nobody really did, but I had remembered that I seen Clinton on TV in '98 talking about he was bombing them. I call them roaches in caves. Around here they have another word for them. They call them sand N-words. And let me just clarify something else from previous videos. I am not a racist. If you knew anything about me, I grew up with nothing but everybody of every ethnic sort on this planet. So my mama explained to me as a child what that N-word meant, and it was stupid and ignorant people. So anybody who judges people by what they look like and not by the content of their character is, Alright, so let's get back to it. September 11th. I said, "Hey, that's Osama bin Laden and his homeboys." And then 20 minutes later, a second plane hit. And I remembered that morning, my mama was on a plane. And planes weren't normal for her, okay? My mama was on a plane going from Norfolk to Alabama. So, that's not one of the planes they wanted. And I realized it, immediately. Because, if you're going to do something like that, you're going to take something that's international or going across the country because you want a plane full of fuel. So, that's neither here nor there. But never forget, never surrender. Alright, we're Americans. And I've said this, and I don't mean to be disparaging in any way possible. But if I was on a plane, born and bred here, and I'm not Mike Tyson. I'm not Jocko Willink. Alright, I'm not Chris Kyle. I'm not a retired Navy SEAL. But what I will tell you is that if I'm on a plane, and I don't care if it's 10 dudes with razor knives, alright, there's no way in this world I'm letting them get in that cockpit. I would have had to die first. So now, there's not any stories about the planes. They made a movie about the one in Pennsylvania, they made a movie about the World Trade Center building one too. But all that's got to be, conjecture. It's all got to be hearsay because there's really not any survivors to tell us what really happened. But I would definitely have been one of them people that would have died trying to stop them before they can get into them cockpits. There's no way I'm going down by somebody with a razor knife. And that's just being an American. I think we're born and bred away. There's no way. So, but I said all that to say that today is a day that will live in infamy. Alright? 9/11. And I'm not even going to bring up the fact that 7 years to the day was my first experience with a female, and her name was Jody, so shout out to her. But who else? Do you think that there's somebody, let's see, it was December 7th, 1941, so is there somebody in December 7th, 1934 who had their first, with a female and would remember that for the rest of their life, that's 7 years to the day? You know, 7-year itch is the worst terrorist thing that ever happened. That's just crazy, but that's just me, right? And my mama was on a plane that morning, and I'll never forget, man, we were stuck on the pier till 9 p.m. that night. You know, the captain was like, screw that staging. We'll throw it in the water if we have to. We can be there in 5 days, and our planes can be there by breakfast. So, all the people around the world, you know, y'all can love us or hate us, but this is the land of innovation. And me and my brother were having a conversation this morning about all the money that we waste. You know, like everybody's against big pharma. But when we're looking for a vaccine like we are right now, ain't nobody against big pharma. And where's all those anti-vaxxers right now? All right, just like, you know, hey, Jenny McCarthy was a little bit right. She was wrong about the MMR shot, but it's coming to find out that antibiotics given to a child too early is maybe a cause for the spectrum and autism and other things. So antibiotics, just like our bio, whatever's going on down in there, and that 20 feet of guts, rules what's going on up here, and it rules what's going on with your metabolism and all kinds of stuff. Microbiome. That's where we're just starting to figure stuff out about how important the microbiome is. But that's neither here nor there. Today is September 11th. I figured I owed people a video, and I just, you know me, I like to talk about serious things. So, and I just wanted to correct from previous things. I've seen people, you know, misconstrue what I was saying. I'm all about self-empowerment and about us getting where we need to be. So, I mean, whether you know it or not, we're all on the same team. And I love y'all to death. Whether, I mean, I'm kind of, you know, asocial. So, but I would gladly march from here to Selma if it's going to help us. All right? Our NFL boys came back to playing last night. I don't even know who won the game, but I was glad to see them link arms before the game, and I was glad to see them get on with the game. All right? Everybody's against mixing politics with football, but really and truly, you got to take your stand where you can take it. So, if I forgot something about our little quarterly reports, because I don't really record that much, but if I forgot something, let me know. And, you know, but, you know, share, subscribe, pass this around. It's all in good faith, and all I want is the best for everybody. And I'm waiting to find that team that I can join so that we can move forward. Man, it's all about progress, you know. So, and me, you know, I don't bother to edit anything, and I'm not gonna parse my words, and I'm just gonna tell you how it is. All right. So, let's keep it going.